In this rules walkthrough, we will go through a sample round. Ira is next to the garage, so she moves 4 spaces down the alleyway towards Mitchell Carter. Both Ira and Mitchell Carter have been stalked, as we see the Butcher shadow token here. She rolls the sprint dice and gets a 4. Ira moves to space 150, shining her flashlight up into the garage so that Mitchell Carter may move through the bright spaces. In addition, she has found a piece of evidence on space G13. Ira has completed her turn, so now Mitchell Carter will go. Mitchell Carter uses his 4 movement points to get to space G16. He rolls the sprint dice so that he can get the evidence and get to space G14. Notice that G14 is not bright, so Mitchell must spend 2 movement points to move onto that space. Luckily, he rolled a 3, so he moves there and turns in his evidence. Marcy decides to take her turn next. She moves to space 140 and shines her flashlight downwards to help cover Ira. Next, Ibrahim will go. Ibrahim spends 3 movement points to get to space S20. He then turns on the light switch in the sawmill, placing a bright token on the board. The adversary reveals that the evidence is on space S29. Ibrahim uses his last movement point and then rolls the sprint dice to make his way upward out of the sawmill, taking advantage of the light. It is now the Butcher's turn. The Butcher is hidden on space 152. He moves to space 151 so that he is adjacent to Ira and uses an attack card on her. He places his shadow token down to indicate his current location. Since he has successfully achieved an attack, he decides to move through Ira's space and bright space 149, disappearing on 141. The Butcher moves his shadow token to space 141. The Butcher finishes his movement on space 129 and then rolls the sprint dice. He then moves up 1 more space and then damages the door on S16. To finish his turn, he moves to space 120.